Seems as our plan is going quite exquisitely, Charles.
Oh, yes, they would never know it's the satellites we use to start all the fires.
Oh, yes, a little rinse and repeat, just like Hawaii. The poor lose their land, the insurance abandons them. We buy it up and flip it and make all the money. Oh, Illuminati dinner next week, don't forget. See you, Charles.
There's some dark stuff going on. There is some evil stuff going on. Things are just not making sense. Nothing is really making sense. It's not making any logical sense. Just these past few, there's event after event after event after event, and none of it makes sense. It's almost like one event is used to distract us from this event, and then this event is used to distract us from the past two events, and the next event is used to distract us from what just happened last week. Most people already forgot about what has happened just this past few weeks alone. Most people already forgot about the bombings that happened in New Orleans. Most people already forgot about a lady coming after Jay-Z, right? Saying that he was, whatchamacallit, a minor. People are already forgetting what has happened these past few weeks, and I think it's all on purpose. I think it's all by design, right? There's some dark stuff going on. And I hope y'all are paying attention. I hope y'all are keeping y'all's eyes open to what's going on out here. But stuff is getting spooky. It's getting real spooky out here. And no one knows what's up. No one knows what's down. No one knows who's who. Right? And just that video that I explained, yeah, it's all fun and games, but there's truth to it. There's definitely truth to it. And Mel Gibson, he said what many of us are already thinking. He's definitely saying what I already think. He's definitely saying probably what you already think. Let's hear what Mel Gibson had to say.
Well, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which, it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be, Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
If you've been following Mel Gibson, over these past few years, right? Mel Gibson has been labeled as crazy. Mel Gibson has been labeled as a lunatic. Mel Gibson has been labeled as, okay. They've put him along the same lines, in the same territory as Alex Jones. And Alex Jones have been, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Alex Jones was crazy. Just 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Alex Jones was crazy. Now, many of the stuff that he has said is off the wall now. It's off the wall, right? He's been sued to Kingdom Come for a lot of the stuff that he said, right? So Mel Gibson has been in that same category. But now that you've seen that video, now that I've seen that video, and we really just sit back and see what's going on, is he really crazy? Right? Do you think somebody knows what's going on? Do you think there's a larger plan in the air? I think so. And I've heard it all. I've heard it all. Listen, what we can understand, what we can come to the conclusion is they don't want certain people in California. They don't want California to be the past California that it once was. I've heard they're trying to develop smart cities. I've heard that, the rich are scamming, right? They're scamming their way into more millions and more billions. I've heard different scenarios, but I definitely can conclude that there's something fishy going on. Right? And I'm not the biggest conspiracy. Like I like to follow the money, right? I like to actually observe and really see what's going on. Shit getting spooky out here. Are we under attack? Are we under attack? Nah. If we are under attack, this is an inside job. This is literally subversion from within. I told you guys already. Most of our enemies are not going to be foreign enemies, foreign entities, right? And they may have something to do with influencing the masses, right? They may have something to do with influencing the masses, but our main enemy is going to be domestic. It's going to be domestic. We continue to see it. It's American citizens committing atrocities amongst American citizens, right? And check this video out right here. Listen, it gets worse.
Since we offered our services for free, we've received dozens and dozens of calls from people who have lost their homes in the fires. We're doing our best. It's all hands on deck. It's really difficult because there are thousands of people who are displaced, but we're having landlords taking advantage of the situation. I had a client, we sent him to a house that was asking $13,000 a month. He offered $20,000 a month, and he offered to pay 6 months up front. And the landlord said, no, I want $23,000 a month. There are price gouging laws in California that are just being ignored right now. And this isn't the time to be taking advantage of situations. And it's also illegal to take advantage of a natural disaster.
So not only are people losing their lives, not only does this look fishy as hell, not only are people losing their property, but good old America, good old capitalistic America, good old capitalism, he came running in the midst of people, regardless of how people feel about them, if they're rich, whatever the case is, right? People are hiking up the prices. People are taking advantage of the situation. People are saying, basically, F them. They got it. They got the money. They were already paying $15,000 a month on their mortgage. They were already paying $10,000 a month to rent. Screw them. Let's pick their pockets some more. Listen, I told you guys, we are our own biggest enemies. We are. Nobody can sit the money aside. Nobody can sit the politics aside and just be a good human being. This is the shit that I'm talking about. After pill, right once again. I'm right once again. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody cares for one another. Everybody want to benefit off of the next person's inflictions. Everybody wants to benefit off of the next person being down. But we want to sit here and point the finger at everybody else. We want to sit back and point the finger at this politician, that politician, the immigrants, so on and so forth. China, Russia. We point the finger at everybody else but ourselves. We're the problem. We're the problem. And There's a lot going on that's not even in the media, right? There's a lot going on that's not even in the media. People out here struggling, man. People are out here losing their homes. People out here losing their lives. Listen, now is the time to get on your square. If you haven't been on your square already, now is the time to get on your square, because as y'all can see, bro, nobody, the government, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your auntie, your next door neighbor, nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares. Listen, your house can burn down tomorrow. Listen, the insurance companies are going to try to, they're going to try to skimp you. They're going to try to lowball you. They're going to try to find any way to not give you the money that you've been paying into. They're going to try every way up in the book. They're going to find every loophole that they can find to try to not pay you out. Right? And we wonder why this eat the rich and the middle class or the low middle class, whatever, everybody else against the rich. This is why people like, shit, forget them. North Carolina's still struggling.
Dang. And this is for propane?
This is just for propane.
We're gonna try and drop some groceries. Holy shit.
And the other direction too.
Oh my god. That is to get heat, buddy, so people can be warm tonight.
Oh my god.
No, it's not their house. They're just here to get some heat, buddy. Oh, is it going around?
It goes around?
It goes around. Oh, I don't.
People are still without, we forgot about them. But because it's celebrities, right? Now celebrities are speaking up. Now celebrities got their homes burnt up. Now we're supposed to care. And I'm not trying to say by a long shot that we should be exempting them like they're not human. I'm not saying that we should be exempting them like they're not people. That's not what I'm saying. But people got to understand, like, why are we putting, and I told y'all, I said, see, Elon told y'all, this is what Elon said. He said, we stay in a country, I think Vivek and Elon said this, but we stay in a country that we admire and put the jocks on a pedestal. We're a country that puts the nerds at the bottom of the totem pole, right? We're a country that promotes celebrities, right? That's all we talk about, right? We talk about the celebrities, what babies they're having, what this celebrity did, what that celebrity did. Some of the biggest shows on TV are about celebrities and the drama that comes with it. We're not a country that puts intellect at the top of the food chain. We're not a country that promotes our nerds and protect our nerds. No, we're a country that demonizes the nerds. We're a country that demonizes the everyday people. Even everyday people demonize the everyday people. Right? So what really did we expect to come out of this? Everybody, of course, is turning it into a political game. They're turning it into a political game like always. Now, there of course are truths, to what's going on in the political realm, yeah. But is this the time to really be turning this into a political mess? Is this really the time to be sitting up here pointing fingers, or is this the time to show some level of humanity? But of course, this humanity won't be shown. right? There is going to be somebody, there's going to be a group of people that will always maximize on somebody's problems. There's always going to be somebody, listen, people are going to be maximizing on every aspect of your life, including your death. Right? Let you have a sickness or something. See how much them insurance companies end up paying out. Right? Shit getting spooky around here, man. It's getting spooky. We're seeing CEOs get offed. Right? We're seeing predominantly rich areas being set ablaze. Right? What is going on out here? What is really going on? Is this something domestic? Which I think so. Or are there foreign entities at play here? But whatever the case is, United States is in a world of trouble. United States is in a world of trouble. And I don't see this getting better anytime soon. Because people are getting worse. People are getting worse because people are getting impatient. People are getting impatient because people continue to get priced out. People still can't afford groceries. People still can't afford their mortgage. People still can't afford the everyday items. People are sick. What do you think that does to the psyche? What do you think that does to the mind? What do you think that does to the emotions of the everyday person? Right? They get sick. They get sick and tired. And I promise you, listen, I already told y'all. We're gonna see a lot more events like this. We're gonna see a lot more events like this where I believe the everyday people are just gonna turn on the people with all the money. The people who are hoarding the money. Listen, these events are no coincidences to me. Right? These are no coincidence to me. You got military men doing what they're doing. Right? There's no coincidence that he was in a Tesla outside the Trump Towers. That was a message. That was a message. There's no coincidence that even though Luigi, whatever his name, Luigi, he did what he did, even though he came from a well-off family, he was trying to send a message. Listen, that was just the beginning. That was just the beginning. They were sending a message. What kind of message were they sending? It's time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying this. I'm just observing. I'm not saying that this is right by a long shot. I'm not saying that at all, but they were definitely sending a message. They were sending a message to the mass media. They were sending a message to the everyday people. They were sending a message saying, hey, it's time. These people are corrupt. These people got evil bones in their bodies. Off with their heads. This is not my words. It's not my words. I'm just explaining what I'm observing. Right? If the fires were natural or not, right? You had people caught up trying to set other things ablaze. Why is that? Resentment. Why is that? Jealousy. Why is that? Envy. And this has been going on for far too long. This has been going on for far too long. And people are going to, society is pushing people to the edge. Knowingly, unknowingly, I'll leave that for you to decide. My question is, why would they knowingly want to push people to the edge? Why would they want to stay in a society where people are on edge? Why would they want to stay in a society where people are after them? Why would they want to stay in a society where they have to also live on the edge? Because if people get a chance to get on their head, they will get on their head. Why would they want to stay in a society like that? Unless the people in power, the people who are pulling the strings, they want people to be on edge. They want people to be stressed out. They want people to be emotional, because then they're susceptible to programming. They're susceptible to be programmed. They're susceptible to being able to do your bidding. Right? They're susceptible. And there could be these things are massive events, right? However, there's probably something behind the scenes that is even more massive. I was just looking at the TV last week, and I was just like, when the whole bombing and a shooting happened, I was like, it's something every week. It's something every week. Do you think we were meant to digest this kind of information day in and day out? Do you think that we were meant to continuously see people die? People lose property, people lose their loved ones. Do you think we were meant to see this day in and day out, no matter how evil the world is, no matter how bad the world always been? Do you think we were meant to digest this every day? No. And I think at large, we're being programmed to accept things as normal. We're being programmed to accept violence as the norm. We've been programmed to accept depression as the norm. We've been programmed to accept loss as the norm. We've been programmed and continuously being programmed. California is just the beginning, I believe. They're pushing people out. They don't want people there. They want people displaced. They really want you to own nothing and be happy. Or it could be fraud, or it could be a bigger play. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is there's some shit going on. And that's an after pill. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. What is going on? Tell me what you think is going on. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.